Hey there boys and girls, Gigabyte here and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 video. So today I thought I would go over some of the not yet released patch notes. So some stuff the Mice99, also known as Alan Kurtz, said, or well, not confirmed but said on Twitter, so this stuff still can change. I think they also announced it on BATTLELOG somewhere that the patch is coming out soon. And yeah, I would say let's get right into this. So first of all, we got the DMRs. Most people want them to be rebalanced. I think most people are actually kind of unhappy with them. They think they're too weak. For me personally, the DMRs are just fine right now. The only thing they might tweak, just for my needs, would be maybe a little less damage so that you can use them more effectively if you're using them with a higher zoom scope or just with a just medium range scope. So for example an ACOG that you don't have as much kickback. I think that alone would buff them enough. I mean, you need four body hits at long range, and I think if you give them any much more, it really can be a problem, because the Scout Elite and the FYJS, they already need 3 body hits at long range. So putting them on par with some of the weaker bolt action rifles in terms of damage wouldn't be the smartest idea, just from my point of view. Also, the grenades, the V40 mini grenades and the RGO impact grenade is getting a nerf. So they will probably reduce the splash damage or anything, or just the damage in general. They haven't really talked too much about it. There's not much out about that yet. But I think we can be pretty sure that they will nerf them. I mean, right now they're just as strong as a lethal and normal frag grenade, and yeah, there's really not much reason not to use them, especially with the V40s. You can throw them further. You have like 3 of them, so I think it's very likely that they're going to reduce the number of the V40 mini grenades. But let's move on to some other stuff. So for the attack heli gunner, they want to increase the higher, well, they want to have a higher direct damage. I think they are doing the right thing with the attack chopper, because I think we all know it's kind of like a flying bathtub right now. It's not nearly as strong as it was in Battlefield 3. I mean, personally I thought in Battlefield 3 it might have been a little bit too strong, but in Battlefield 4 it's definitely underpowered. Like, you can quote me on that. I do think like attack choppers are too weak in Battlefield 4 right now. So they want to increase the damage for the heli gunner. And for the attack heli itself, they want to have a higher rate of fire on the rockets. Sunni rockets should direct damage, should have a higher direct damage, sorry for that. And the rocket splash radius should be up. However, again, all the stuff is not confirmed yet. He's kind of putting a thought with a question mark behind it, so I think he's kind of just throwing it into the room. Also, the mobile AA will get a nerf. They will reduce some of his missiles from 6 to 4. I don't know if this will account for like all the rockets there are. I mean, you can like use quite a couple of them. I'm not too sure. I'm not too often the AA. I'm just pretty annoyed if it takes me down. But yeah, I think this nerf is needed. I think the AA was already pretty strong in Battlefield 3, and they made it even stronger in Battlefield 4. So yeah, definitely cannot hurt. Last but not least, the last thing would be, well, actually then it is the last, well, anyways, yeah, the last thing would be the Scout Chopper finally getting a nerf. I said it before, I think they are a little bit too strong. The 25mm cannons, they want to lower the splash damage, but they want to have a higher direct damage. So this means you will do basically more damage against vehicles, but you should do less damage against infantry, which I think is a step in the right direction, because for me personally, I'm getting killed a lot by little birds and their splash damage, and they're not even like really aiming at my direction. But yeah, I think this is like the right step, or a step in the right direction. I also want to mention real quick that, again unconfirmed, but someone told me that in Sweden you have to have like a certain amount of holidays, like I guess 4 to 5 weeks they said. And I guess like before Battlefield 4 no one really had like much time for holidays, so or just to take like a vacation or anything. So I guess that's the reason why there has been like the silent break and we haven't heard anything about like patches and all that stuff. I think, well, they were like forced by law, you could say. But yeah, I think this should also explain this. I hope that they will work on the game a little bit more now again and patch some of the stuff to bring it into a more playable well, state again, because right now it's often, it can be frustrating. and I might do another separate video on that. But yeah, I guess that's already everything there is that has been suggested for a patch. Some of the stuff I think is already confirmed, like the nerf for the grenades and the rebalancing of the DMRs. I would love to hear you guys' opinion on the topic. Like, do you think they're like taking a step in the right direction? Do you think they're like completely off? But yeah, I think that's pretty much all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Lucky Skill Faker out.